Right, people, welcome to a new video. Today we are doing something totally different. This was the fake Hellboy that I brought. Obviously, it's not looking too great. The paint job weren't good. This is the one that I built into a sniper a long ago. I've never done a video on it. I built it into a sniper. I hated it. Absolutely hated it. I dismantled it, put all the sniper parts on my DPMS, all the longer barrel, all the handguard, and this thing was just left in pieces. Now, I've never actually had the barrel put back in this properly because I lost the nut that holds it all together. But it was rebuilt to look like something a bit better. You know, I used all the odd parts I had and rebuilt it. So I've decided I'm going to have another go at it. I can't stand the paint. It was a good effect, but the colouring was absolutely crap. You know, it's a bit odd. That was my first ever time. But it led me to do me Crossman R1, and the R1 I'm well happy how that turned out. The handguard now, that come off an airsoft gun. That is, I'll tell you in a sec. Right, that come off an airsoft gun. It was a pretty good handguard, but it was already coloured blue. So whoever had it had a two-tone gun. I painted it cream and black, bit of a mix. It looked pretty cool. I got a lot of abuse on that one from the group, so I thought, screw it, we're going to rebuild this. I put it on it, but now it's just, it needs sorting out. So what we've done, get the paint off, nail polish remover. I've done that on my Glock G18C, shouldn't probably say that. I brought it, it come red, it was horrible, it was all peeling off inside the gun, all in the slide. It had to come off. They used chalk paint. They know people were going to do it. That's why they've done it. But at the same time, that was a very bad job because I had to take it off and they shouldn't have done. But to use the gun, it's going to have paint in it all the time. So basically, we've got this sitting in the nail varnish remover. It's a right struggle, this one, guys. I'm hoping this comes off a lot easier. It's got so many layers of paint on it. It's like gloopy glue. I can't even touch it now. My brush has got stuck down there, but we're going to get this cleaned up. It's been in there since last night and it is really struggling, so I'm going to have to go and find like a wire brush or something and see how it goes. But yeah, we're going to be rebuilding this. It's going to have some different parts on it. Hopefully I'm going to get the barrel back in properly this time. I have got another one of them. That's what it is. JG Works. I don't even know what they call this. They've got so many bloody names on it. I look at it. No wonder no one brought these. But yeah, anyway, I ordered two of them thinking that was Hellboy because I was listed as a Hellboy and it wasn't. I was very, very disappointed. Thought I was going to have two original Hellboys, but I got one. I travelled a long way, got one. Anyway, guys, I'm waffling on here. I'm going to get this rebuilt, but obviously it's going to take some time. I'm going to come back when I do the removing the paint on this one as well. We're going to try and get this off. And hopefully, going to build a nice new rifle and get to test it this time. Going to have to strip apart the other one that I just showed you and see how that barrel fit back in. That's what I didn't want to do though, dismantle the other one, but hopefully I won't have to. Should just take apart the receiver and should be able to see in there. If it's in there somewhere. There was a little nut. I don't know why. I seem to have lost it, but you can replace anything these days. It's easy enough to do. But anyway, guys, let's get on with it and we see what happens. I'll come back when we come to dipping this. Hopefully it's going to come off a lot better. I'll show you the effect. But this is going to end up going back to bare metal because I can only see the aluminium in places. Yeah, look at them colours. So many covers on that. Might just leave it like that. It looks pretty cool. Hey, Joan. Anyway, guys, we'll be back. Right, people, update. The handguard. That was a right hidden gem under that. Can't believe what a state it's been left, how many coats that's had. But it's, honestly, it's been a nightmare. I've had a Stanley knife over this, picking it off. But what a little gem. That was a lovely colour, that. Lovely tan colour. Proper nice aluminium. Obviously the nail varnish remover, it was a struggle with the amount of paint. So I'm sticking this shit on it. This pretty much takes it back to bare metal, which is not a problem. So it don't really matter. But I've started having a go at the scope. That is going to go back to bare metal. But the update is I've done the upper receiver as well. That's been sorted. But the plan with this is, my nephew is way old enough to own an airgun, but he still lives with his dad. He's been after one that ran on the wall. So what I'm going to do is keep the barrel out of this. Now, I've actually fixed it since last time this weren't working. But yeah, found the barrel, got it fixed back in. It's actually working. But what I'm going to do is keep the barrel out of it. Obviously that can just come out. I can take the part out of the magazine as well. Take this part out just by pushing that, and that fits back in just in case. So he can have a gun to hang on his wall. It's not going to shoot, so he can't get in trouble with it. It's just going to look visually like a real gun. But yeah, I've taken most of the top off this one. I'm not going to put this stuff on it because that is going to eat right to metal, and I don't want to take the black off. So I'm going to work over this bit of white spirit, hopefully clean it right up. But doing it, I've broken a bit off here that holds that up, so that no longer functions, which is a bit of a crapper, but never mind. Obviously the upper's come up pretty well. Taking all the paint off, looks pretty good. Pretty much back to its original paint. It really affects it. It's got a hell of a lot of white paint on it still. But yeah, she's got to do the lower, clean grip up, clean the slim mount up. I did try taking the stock tube off, but it's just a mission. I can't even bother trying to find little spanners to do it. But there you go, guys. That's the update. So I'm going to basically make this a non-functioning rifle for my nephew now. So once it's done, hopefully it'll look half decent. He can hang it on his wall. And I'll stick a little picture at the end of the video. But yeah, I'll keep you updated, guys. But hopefully that stuff is going to get all the paint off now, and that'll be done, because that's a bit tedious. Sitting there with Stanley scratching out all the bits. Got to do top of that as well. Been an absolute nightmare. But you know, it's amazing to see that you can put so much paint on something. I mean, this only had one layer and the black and white, so that was only one of each. That wasn't really a problem. But yeah, that had a lot of layers. That was hard work. Don't really even know if I'm going to manage to do the scope or not, though. Never mind, we'll see. Anyway, get back to it. Right, change of plan. I've gone with the stuff. I'll put it on. Give it a go. But look at it. It's taking it off so easy. The black is just disappearing. You meant to leave it for a while, but it's pretty late, so I thought I'd just give it a quick go. I've got nothing to wipe it off with, but that's just me. I'm an idiot. I always forget. But that is going to come off lovely. Have a little dip. I could take that back to white if I wanted. Yeah, I'm starting to get through it now. There you go. That's already through it. I don't really want to leave it on too long because I don't want to take the black off underneath. We've got to repaint the old gun, it don't really matter. And it's going to come off lovely, look at that. Nice. It's going to come off really good. Hopefully it don't touch the metal too much. Definitely doing the job. It's coming up absolutely lovely. Can't wait to see how this turns out. I'm quite interested. Should be a good one. I'll keep you posted, guys. We'll get back to it. Right, people, update. Back on the lower receiver. Obviously, that side has been mostly taken off. It has gone quite deep. It's taken some extras off, but I'm not really that bothered. It's going to come up nice. Obviously, that's all steel anyway, so is that steel? Actually feels like plastic, the lower, which is a bit weird. Top's definitely metal. Strange. I actually think that's plastic. Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, point is, most of the paint's off. I'm obviously going to have to give this a coat of black, but then I may just leave it because it does kind of work. If I use a bit of white spirit, take the rest of this off, rest of the white, obviously that's just like spread over from where I've been rubbing it with a little brush in there. I was sitting there picking the paint off with the Stanley. It's so thick. Nightmare. Do not use car paint, guys, when you're spraying a car. Too much. But yeah, other side, that is taking quite a lot of work. That is obviously where I've just been scratching it off. It needs a lot more, but yeah, it's getting there. Hopefully he appreciates this once it's done, because now I've got it working. It's annoyed me a little bit, but I've got a lot of stuff, man. Too many stuff. Need to downsize a little bit, really, but I love everything I've got, so this is just one thing that can go. Here have it, here enjoy it. Yeah, guys, I'll get back to it and show you how it goes in a little while. Right, that's actually come up really well. Not a lot to do to it now. What I noticed, there's extra paint there, so it's not actually taking it back to the metal, which is good. So once I scrub all that off, I'm using a bit of white spirit on some bits now. I'm just giving it the last little coat. Gonna do the scope. Top's nearly done. I give that a good white spirit over. That's come up fairly clean. There's not a lot on it now. It just shows anything can be done. I'm going to leave that on there though. Just give it a tiny bit of effect for him. Yeah. Grip not looking too great. I might just spray that black. You never notice that's been sprayed. It's well scratched up before from when I've done something. So yeah, that's well scratched up. But yeah, gone over a little scope mounts, all nice and clean, got all the green off it. So it's going pretty well. Get a little bit off the stock, put it back together. I was going to stick a sleeve on it for him, but it don't look right. You got like a big gap there between the magwell, so a little bit in there with the scope. That should be nearly ready. Yeah, that's going to come straight off. But yeah, this scope is going to end up going back to bare metal, so a bit of a nightmare. But this is been sat in here for too long. It's covered in stodge. I'm not looking forward to cleaning that. And I left the barrel nut in there, so that's going to have to be gone over again. Yeah, next time you see guys, it'll probably be doing this and then the rebuild. That's been a bit of a long video, but it's been a long process, guys. But yeah, I'll keep you posted. Thanks for watching so far. Right, people, here it is, end project. And to be honest, I'm pretty shocked how that's come out. The amount of paint that was on this thing, there's still bits and pieces, but I've decided it's going to stay a bit rough and ready looking for him. He won't say looking real, so it's going to sit up on the shelf. It would do him. That scope, I'm depressed the amount of paint that was on that. It's actually quite a nice scope. Red dot. That was quite nice. So I've left them bits in there because it's just a nightmare. The handguard was a pain in the arse, but what a gem that was under there. I can't believe that was painted in the first place. And it was painted tan. He painted gold handguard tan and painted it blue. Crazy. But yeah, I've got the R1 muzzle flash on there. Probably Crossman DPMS, or they are the R1. Either way, they're both the same. Flip up sights. The only trouble is I've got it working. So I'm going to give it away now. But that is it, guys. I am going to add a little bit of shooting to the end of this video just to show it working again. But yeah, this has been broken for so long. It's looking a bit rough and ready. I think that's the look we want to go for. I'll give him a new grip in the end. I decided that was easier. I just got to tighten that up a little bit. And the stock is a little bit loose on the barrel, on the tube. But that is it. Going to give him them. Old bipod, and don't use them. He won't be able to put it up on the wall anyway. I think he's going to have a problem with that. So he can put it on a shelf somewhere and it will look the part. But I hope he's happy with it because I'm going to keep it. But guys, I'm going to load her up. I'm going to take it outside and have a little shoot. But yeah, the only problem was all this time there's a little nut here inside the barrel and I've screwed it up and that makes the barrel slide. So I've just had to unscrew it and it's all working. So yeah, I'm a bit depressed, but never mind. Turned out pretty well. Say 90% of the paint off. A tiny bit there. That was absolutely covered, guys. But anyway, we're going to load her up, take her outside, have a little show. But thanks for watching, guys. It's been a painful process. That has taken some crazy hours sitting here with Stanley knife, cutting all little bits out. There's still bits and pieces, look. Still got paint in there to get out. We can finish that. But there you go. Let's take her outside and have a little shoot, see if it still works. Right, everyone. Rebuilt. I come out in the garden. I just want to have a quick test. I really don't want to give this away now. What I noticed though is the scope. It's got a bit wet when I was cleaning it, so I'm going to take that off and just iron sight it. So let's move the camera and we'll show it go, see how it is. This ain't been shot since I brought it. I took it apart straight away, so it'll be interesting to see how it works. Come with me. I missed the metal target every time, but there's always shots as I popped into it, and that definitely feels more powerful. The barrel is about half the length it used to be, so that's crazy. Oh, people, anyway, that was the build, and hopefully you enjoy watching the process, see what you can do, and how you fuck things up, you can put it back to normal. Shocking how quick the BBs run out on those things though. You only get 19 rounds. Definitely went back together alright, I think. There's a few bits of paint in it. I'm not going to bother paint that if it looks alright. Go for a used look. You enjoy it. Give him a new grip. Stuck a bit of mag sleeve on. New bipod. He can keep that. I'm not giving him a good one. Yeah, that's a little scope. Just needs clear through. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone.